Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I am going to talk about MCP server creation using Python and FastAPI. It is quite easy and simple. We will see how we can quickly spin up our MCP server and talk to Excel and do data analysis. By now we all are aware of the MCP. It is a protocol from Anthropic to basically enable the LLMs to interact with the tools in a standardized way. So with that, without any further delay, let's first take a show. So over here I have Anthropic's Claude desktop. Now I have configured my MCP tool into this desktop application. Now, if I ask what are the data files available, so you will see that it particularly gives me the files that are available in my desktop. So, which makes it clear that it is using my tool to do it. So now the tool has multiple basically the MCP has multiple tools within it, right? So it has utilized one of it, which is get files. Now if I tell it list me all the sheets in the file address file, it will utilize another tool within the MCP server that I have, and it will fetch me that this is the name of this sheet. So now if I ask it how many records are there in the address file, now it has gone to extract the metadata, which is another tool, and then it is utilizing analyze data, which is another tool, and finally giving me the information that the file contains 1072 records, which is correct. So this is what we are going to build and utilize. So MCP server has two or MCP has two things. One is server, another is client. So in this case, the desktop, the cloud desktop, is actually acting as a MCP client, while the server is what we have created using Python, and it is quite simple. Over here, if we come, we will see that previously we are all aware of. I'm assuming we are all aware of creating APIs using FastAPI. So over here I have kept the exact structure of FastAPI creation, and I have used that libraries to create the FastAPI. That is step one. So using the library FastAPI, I have created the item based model where I'm passing file name, sheet name, and query. Uh, then I have few endpoints, which are get files, get sheet name, get sheet metadata, and analyze data. So what changes while creating an MCP? That is introduction of this new library, which will help us convert this fast API into an MCP server. Also, we need to remember that there are few changes here and there, which I will point out now. That along with the uh, route names, we need to include operation ID, which I will come in the last line of the code. There is a minor change there, which will help us to get this thing. And also this documentation of each of the endpoints or the methods in the endpoints helps the LLM to understand what this endpoint or the tool is capable of. So we need to put this thing in. So over here you can see this is a short description and the argument that we need to pass in. Also, we can, along with the arguments, pass an example. So during the analysis data endpoint, which will become as a tool, I have given an example how to pass the information. Over here I am basically accepting a Python statement, and I will execute that and return the value to the LLM. And in the last line, then we need to bring in this thing, a new line, two lines actually. One is first step API MCP, and then we are mapping the app, the FastAPI app within the MCP, and then we need to include these operations. Now, it is a list of all the operation IDs that we have declared before. Over here in each of these I have declared operation ID. Now if we don't want to include any operation ID within our MCP server, then we can omit it from here and it will not be available via the MCP server. And then we do a MCP mount, and then I am uh, just publishing this server over 8502 in localhost. Now when I run this, you see all the interactions that we just had is being accepted and the response has gone back. So that's it. Now just like Python and the file name will spin up our server. That's it. Now there is one more step which is very critical. How do I map this MCP server into our Claude desktop? For that we need to uh, install a library called proxy MCP. So I have shared all the codes in my GitHub, and the link is available in the description below. So over here there is something called proxy MCP which you need to install, and the latest code is available in GitHub. But other than that, whatever libraries are required is listed in the requirement file. You can install it and get started. So after installing proxy MCP, what we need to do, we need to spin up our server using Python file name. And after that, when we open Claude, we need to go into the settings, and then to developers tab. From there we need to go into edit config. Okay, and when we click upon edit config, it basically takes us to this file. If I just open this file, all that we need to do is give the information or of how to interact with our file. So I am using virtual environment, so I have given the path how to where my virtual environment is, like over here. And then MCP proxy, instead of Python or anything else, we have to give MCP proxy, and then the URL where our server is running. And then also this is the current working directory, which is the path to my virtual environment. That's it. After that, we need to restart our Claude desktop, and it will be up and running with our tool showing in the list of tools available over here. So you can see that I don't even have an upgraded plan, but I can still utilize my MCP tools in the Claude desktop. I hope you like this video. If you like the process and content of this video, please subscribe to the channel and hit the like button so that I get motivated to create videos like this. And in the coming video, I am going to show you how we can create our own MCP client to interact with a number of servers and get the things done. So basically, MCP client will be an agent with the MCP capability. That's it for today. Thank you